don't get mad. You're gonna get mad. You wanna know how I really feel? I feel like you shouldn't get married. And I know I've already said this, but whenever I go to give advice on all these horror stories that I see, whether it be with like Hailey Bieber or other people, or that trend that's going on right now where it's like, oh, but there used to be a time. I really wish women would stop getting married. And there's always a conversation that's being had around like SW and how like SW sets women back and how it feeds into the patriarchy. And just because a woman chooses to participate in it doesn't mean that it's not still harmful and doesn't mean that it's empowering. And that's a whole nother conversation. But if we're going to say that about SW, I think this is my little opinion. That's probably going to make you mad, but I feel like the same can be said for marriage. Marriage is an antiquated idea that I believe oppresses women and unrefutably has a history and an origination in the oppression of women. So I feel like we're trying to continue to get something to work that is so flawed from its inception, and it's not gonna work. Okay? I don't know what the answers are. It's not something that I personally consider because I wrote off getting married since I was a little girl. I put together the pieces of what marriage was and I was like, oh yeah, no, thank you. And it just hurts my heart. Initially my stance was like, some women, that's really what they want in their lives. I'm gonna, I am more of a choice feminist in that way. I'm like, that's what they want. I want them to be able to have the freedom to make choices and to choose the kind of life that they want, and that is what they want, so it's great. But then I see these videos of these young women who are buying into this fairy tale that I believe it's a lie a little bit, right? And that sounds really cynical, but it doesn't have to be cynical because life is beautiful and there's so many other things that you can want out of life. But I just feel like with the whole marriage thing, the odds are not stacked in your favor. And I think we need to kind of like dispel the idea a little bit and kind of rethink the way that we see marriage.
Yes, I am engaged. Yes, I am the same person who made several videos saying that I never had any plans to get married, I did not want to get married, and I did not agree with the institution of marriage. The gag is, I still don't agree with the institution of marriage, but in those videos, I made caveats. Under certain circumstances, like if you plan on having children, if you plan on living together, if you plan on buying property together, those are the situations where marriage does make sense. I don't think you should feel like getting marriage is a milestone that you must make in your life to feel like an accomplished person. I don't think it's an accomplishment. I don't think as women you should feel pressured to get married, because when women are pressured to get married, they end up in bad situations. I am in a good situation, and I cannot tell you all of the details of the situation I'm in because now the situation I'm in involves another person. So I have to maintain privacy around my relationship, and I will be even more stringent about that going forward. I owe it to my partner, who does not have any kind of presence online at all, to protect our privacy as a couple. I am in a good situation. I'm with someone who is fantastic, and I'm in a good situation. Again, I cannot give you all the details of the situation that I'm in. You just have to take my word for it. If you think that I'm a dumb bitch, then you think I'm a dumb bitch and it's probably not a good idea to follow me anymore. If you think I'm full of shit, then you think I'm full of shit and you probably shouldn't follow me anymore. All I've ever done online was share exactly how I feel at that specific point of time, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. Engaging with influencers, content creators, when engaging with social media, you need to utilize discernment. And that has been a pillar of the things that I've said on this channel since its inception. You need to have discernment. If anything I've said had caused you to make major life decisions or to not make major life decisions, that's not a good sign. You need to make decisions for yourself for what is best for you. Because it's true, I can't promise you that I'm never going to change my mind. I can't promise you that I'm not going to get more information and make a different decision in the future. I can't promise you that because I'm a human being. All I can do is my best to be honest and forthcoming about what's going on in my life while also protecting myself, my partner, and my privacy, which I deserve that. Because again, I'm a human being. To everyone who is so supportive, thank you. Because I have a parasocial relationship with you guys too. And it's probably not a good thing, but you mean a lot to me. And your support, your kind words mean a lot to me. Okay. I was very afraid of announcing this because I did kind of know it was going to happen. So thank you so much for your kind words. And that's hopefully shed some insight. But the truth of the matter is there's nothing that I can say that's going to be the right thing to say. If you're disappointed by this development, then you're going to be disappointed by this development. There's not really much I can say or do for you. If I sit here and tell you how amazing the guy is, you're going to tell me that he's not, and I'll see it eventually, and I'm going to get played, and I'm going to get wizard lizarded. And if I do, then I do. Bitch, I don't think you realize what the fuck I've gone through in my life. Bring it the fuck on. All right? I can handle hurt. I can handle disappointment. I can handle heartbreak. And I, believe it or not, am a pretty intelligent lady. Say whatever you want about me. Okay? So if I end up getting hurt, I end up getting hurt. But I'm not gonna walk through life with a fucking bubble suit on, bitch. And not make any decisions or take any risks because I'm so afraid of getting hurt. I can handle getting hurt. You have no idea. The shit that I've seen. I'm built for a tough bitch. Okay? But anyway, I hope that helps. I love you guys so much. And it is true that I never had any intention of ever getting married. I didn't like having a boyfriend, bitch. Since I was a little girl, I never thought I was gonna get married. Life is crazy. So it's shocking to me too. It's shocking to my family, my friends. It's shocking. Life be crazy like that. It do.
Okay, so apparently this dating coach, her name is, I think, Mel Gray. Her whole thing was telling women not to get married. Then she ended up getting knocked up and engaged. And, you see this a lot. You see this a lot in the black community. The married women are shouting out the single women and say, shout out to y'all single women. And now you seeing in the Caucasian community, oh, there's no benefits to being married. You're owner, you're a man's, you're owned by a man if you get married. Guess what? Ain't no man on the earth is going to be unhappy by women not wanting to be married unless you got daughters. Ain't no man going to push back against that. That's just playing just to play. Like, no, but marriage is for the covering of the woman. It really is. The protection, the provision, and you had this other Becky, and I'll talk about that during the second half of the video, right? I'm gonna talk about the other Becky, second half of it. I'm just combining it. But, but then you turn around and you end up getting knocked up and married. And women that say that all the time. Oh, I don't want no man. I don't care about no man. I don't want to be married and this, that, and then, well, I ain't gonna have no children. I mean, I hear little young women say that. Teenage women are I ain't gonna I don't want no kid, and then end up pregnant. Women just naturally lie. It ain't that they thoughts change. You saying something that's not true. You saying something that's not true. That's a fact. They just be lying. I don't want no kids knowing they want 3 kids or 2 kids. Or I don't want to get married knowing they desire to get married. Like, they just lie for no. What's the point? Let me ask women that. What's the point of just lying? I never really understand women's point in lying. Just lying about something. It's nothing wrong. You don't look weak. You don't look soft because you want to be a wife. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't look, but y'all draw the line at coming out naked and being whorish and being belligerent and being whores and talk about all the sexcapades you did online and vlogging about how you had trains ran on you. That's cool, but being a man's wife, and then they create these terms about being a pick me. Yes, you're supposed to get picked. And if y'all don't want to get picked, why don't y'all start choosing the men? I don't understand the whole thing. Oh, you too thirsty for a man, but y'all, what screams too thirsty? I think what screams too thirsty is when y'all come outside naked. When you got women walking on the red carpet with their nipples out with see-through shirts. That chick that's going on OnlyFans, an American Pie, she 50-something years old, and she naked trying to sell her with a see-through top on, trying to sell her OnlyFans. Maybe 30 years ago, sis. That's what I don't really understand about the game, bro. It's embarrassing to want a man to choose you to be his wife, which is the highest honor a woman can get. Not being the CEO, not being a billionaire. Your value lies in your ability to procreate and be the best mother and be the best woman you can be. Y'all go out here and y'all search for liberation and being hoes and being, and being, 304s and selling pussy or trying to be CEOs and trying to be a dentist. And at the end of the day, y'all still want a family. Y'all still want a man. Y'all not going to admit it, but y'all admit it when y'all drinking that wine and y'all miserable at the house. And that's just the honest truth. Ain't nothing wrong with being a pick me. I don't get that. You should want to gotta pick you. And if you think it's embarrassing being a pick me, stop coming outside with your coochie showing. Stop coming outside half naked. That's embarrassing. Stop putting all this bullshit in y'all nose. Y'all got ornaments hanging from y'all. What's wrong with a regular nose ring? All this bullshit hanging from y'all nose and shit. Ugly as fuck. All them tattoos women usually have is this trauma. How much pussy they done sold? How much pussy they done gave away? All this childhood trauma. My father wasn't there. Or I wanted to be a rebel. When bitches got all them fucking tattoos everywhere, them bitches is horrors. Them bitches is demonic. I'm telling y'all. Couple tattoos here and there, that's cool. When they got all these tattoos on their body, all those are brandings of trauma on their body, bro. They're too far gone, demonic. And if y'all don't want to be pick me, why don't y'all start choosing your husbands then? Come on. I just don't really understand the backwards thinking of it. I don't. Y'all listen to these women lie. And they turn around and get knocked up. They turn around and get married. And talking about, well, my guys, no, your guy's not the exception. You've been fucking raw. You've been begging this dude to marry you and commit to you. You've been wanting this, but telling your audience something else. But women love lies. Women can't handle the truth. That's why they gravitate towards the lies, bro. They love the lies. If the message is a lie, they gonna listen to it, bro. Because when the message is the truth, that means they got to change something, get on the right trajectory, do the right thing. And women don't want to do the work. This is why they cut corners with BBLs. This is why they try to get waist trainers and get all these special pills and drinks and get Ozempic and kill themselves, allegedly, instead of doing it the right way. They don't feel like they need to do the work. And that's why their marriages don't last. That's why their friendships don't last. That's why their careers end up faltering. But then you had this woman who talked about real quick. She got divorced.
So at 27 years old, when I signed that prenup, I signed away my rights to everything. Anything that he had before our marriage, anything that he makes or grows or builds during our marriage. And then I signed away all of my rights to anything after the marriage. So like people are talking about retirement and Social Security. I don't even know what that is. But I don't get any of it because I waived it. I waived alimony. I waived any kind of spousal support. I waived everything. For this house, it specifically states that him and his trust will always own this house. Yesterday, I asked him again if there's anything I could do to get my name on a deed. He said no, period. I mean, I don't know if I signed it. Like I signed the paper and it just is what it is. I don't expect anything other than child support. And the fact that he's not wanting to give me child support after I signed away literally everything is shocking to me. Like everything. I waived everything. Except child support, because you can't waive child support in a prenup. Because it's not mine, it's my kids. But yeah, in my prenuptial agreement, I waived everything. I waived it all, thinking that I would be protected and that the man that I was marrying was a good man and he would never do anything to hurt me. But people change, feelings change, love changes. And people can lie. So if you're a female, if you're a woman, if you're a girl and you are watching this, protect yourself. Protect yourself. Put your name on the deed of the house that you're living in. I think that probably kills me more than anything. Like, we built this house. I designed that kitchen. It is mine. And yet, it's not. And it never will be. And it never was. Sad. That's it. Bye.
I don't believe shit these women say on TikTok. Or she got divorced, she signed a prenup, and it sounded like she signed a postnuptial agreement from what she said. And now she gets nothing. Her house wasn't her name wasn't on the deed. Everything was his before the marriage. And women, protect yourselves. Now I'm getting divorced and I have nothing. But why is that man divorcing you? Because check this out. Check this out. I don't know who she married to, but I'm assuming it's a Brad. But most dudes I know, let's say Brad in this situation with her wanted to move on with another chick. Even if you sign the prenup, he gonna make sure you good. He gonna make sure you good. Hey, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna make sure you this. Had a house. Most men, if they moving on and they did you dirty, they gonna make sure you good. Now, if you rewind, she didn't say she paid for nothing. She said, I helped build this house. No, you designed it. You didn't pay for nothing. That's the problem. You didn't pay for nothing. And other than that, he probably 9 times out of 10, she ain't telling the truth. She probably cheated on him. Right? I hope he see this and make a response video. He probably cheated on him, or she probably got lazy. Because real talk, even if he want to trade you in for a new model, he gonna make sure you good. He gonna make sure you straight. She did something to that dude for him to just put her on the street. I'm telling you, he did. I'm telling y'all, 9 times out of 10, most dudes is gonna make sure you good if they fucked up. But a lot of these women, they get on the internet and they lie about their situation. They exaggerate. They tell half truth. So when I see her get on here, she not telling the whole truth about why she got divorced and she ain't getting nothing. I'm telling you, they sit up here and they lie. And I hope her husband see this and he come on the internet and tell the truth. Or they just make up stories for clout on the internet. I don't really understand that, but she ain't telling something the truth, dog. Because most dudes, if I didn't got done dirty and let the bitch keep everything, yeah, fuck, man, I'm gonna figure it out. You got it. Most dudes gonna be like, man, you can have that. This. Come on, no, I get nothing. Then what did you do? They never say what they did. Because if he cheated on her or he cheated on me and left me, she not saying what went wrong in that marriage, and she probably cheated. She probably was lazy. He probably got tired of her not doing what she's supposed to do. And I'm gonna tell you this: women, when a guy keep asking you for something or ask you to do something, you don't do it, it's over with. And he go quiet, it's a wrap. But hey, hit the link in the description, join the Patreon.